Morning. I'm Aubrey Calhoun with the Buffalo City Mission, and today I'm here with Stuart Harper, our Executive Director of the Mission, and also Jerry LaGiacono, who is our Executive Chair for the Next Century campaign. And today we really want to bring you up to speed on what the campaign is all about, its benefit, actually how you might be able to come alongside and help make a difference. So Stuart, if you could tell our audience today a little bit about the condition of the Men's Center currently, and the exciting plans that you have been working on with the architects and developers over the past year.
When this facility was built in 1984, it was a real blessing to the community to have a place where homeless men could come to for food, shelter, and clothing. But in 2017, the building really doesn't meet our needs anymore, and it's been lived in every day since we opened in 1984, every day, every night. Every Saturday, every Sunday, every Monday, every day of the week. And it's used up. Not only is it used up, but the facility doesn't meet the needs of how we care for men today. But the first floor, to me, is really the great space, because it's the space where we really reach out into the community to the impoverished area of people that could potentially become homeless, be able to provide them the services and the skills and the knowledge that they need to stay housed so they don't become homeless. That's really the only way we're going to end homelessness in Buffalo, is to not focus primarily on just the people that are homeless, which we will continue to do, but to focus on the people that could potentially become homeless. Being the third poorest city in America, we have a large impoverished population, and we really need to reach out to that population, provide them the skills and services, and meet their needs so they don't become homeless.
Great. So, Jerry, welcome.
Nice to be here.
We are glad to have you here. You chose to be the executive chair for the capital campaign. And I want to be able to ask you, what is it about the campaign that is so important to your heart, and where does the mission fall in line with that?
Well, this whole campaign, or should I say the whole, I think, vision for the city mission is really something that's near and dear to my heart. You know, I've been working with you and working with Stuart for probably, 10 years now?
Yeah.
Doing a number of charity events to raise awareness, but ultimately raise the necessary resources to keep this mission going now into the next century. So what really speaks to my heart is I feel like it's my next call to people. And that's really essentially what this is about, and why I'm excited and why I'm passionate about this, because it does make a difference in people's lives, and I've seen it. So all we need is the collective consciousness, if you will, or the awareness of this community to say, hey, what's really going on? Because I think the majority of people really don't know what you guys do here on a consistent basis. And from the positions you have, right on down to the people that are on your staff and the volunteer positions, they all do a phenomenal job. You guys are doing the hard work that, quite frankly, nobody in the community really wants to do. And you're an example as to what we as a society, as a community, really need to do if we're going to make a difference in people's lives.
Wonderful. Now, Stuart, if you can share with us, based on what we need and the importance of the building, but how will this process actually achieve the success? How do we measure that according to the metrics that we have in place today?
We have a saying at the mission that says, "In God we trust, everybody else bring data." The metrics of what's going on here is how we measure ourselves on a monthly basis. Through June 30th, 420 men and women have been linked to safe, affordable housing. 56 clients have been linked to employment so far this year. We have 91 men and women in our dream, 49 men and 42 women at Cornerstone. We have 23 clients that are in continuing education, whether that be at ECC, whether that be at Bryan and Stratton, Deweyville. We have one gentleman that just finished his junior year at Canisius, majoring in accounting. This summer he's actually working for our CPA's Fried Maxick as an intern. We measure things. So, for example, this is going to be a beautiful building, but it's about the outcomes that come out of this building that will ultimately make a difference. We're looking at a 25% increase in our ability to help our men and women get jobs and housing. We're also looking for a 10% increase in education. People getting the education that they need to be able to go and apply for living wage jobs throughout this community. We're talking about Amazon coming into this area. We're talking about Whole Foods coming into this area. We're talking about a number of other organizations coming into this area. And there's going to be all kinds of employment opportunities here. And we want to make sure that our men and women have the skills that are necessary to be able to go and apply for those living wage jobs. But we've got to get them back on their feet. We've got to support them until they can get to that place, whether that's support inside of our building on our second and third floor, or whether that's supporting them in their own residential facility to help them get the education they need to go and apply for jobs like that.
Can you share a little bit about the 8.6 million fundraising goal and what has been raised to date to really show the momentum to our community of how serious this project is? And how we're on point to really make this happen.
Yeah, looking at the capital campaign, the goal is to raise 8.6 million. And you can see exactly right here where we've raised to date. And these are current numbers. Okay? $3,250,000 raised to date. And we've got some great contributions. We've got a $1 million gift from one party. We've got a $700,000 gift from another party. We've got two $500,000 gifts, and we have a third that we feel really good about. It hasn't come in yet, but we're excited for that opportunity. That's looking good at this point. And we've got a $100,000 gift already committed. So that's close to about $3 million right there.
So Jerry, tell us, how can those who are actually watching this video today, how they can actually get involved to help make a difference?
Well, Aubrey, actually where we are right now in the campaign is we're in our leadership phase, and what we're looking for in the leadership phase are gifts from people from the $100,000 and up range, six-figure range. So, that's really the focus for now, and the more of those gifts we get, obviously the faster we'll achieve our goal. So we're looking for that audience.
Okay, now over a period of time, how can somebody spread out their gift? Do they have to give $100,000 right up front? How will that work?
No, well, we'll certainly take that, but that's not something they have to do. If they're in a position to do that, great. But we can accept these gifts in either 3-year increments or 5-year increments. So they can make a 3-year commitment, spread the $100,000 over 3 years, or they can give $25,000 a year. Okay, do it over 5 years. Excuse me, no, that's 20,000. My math is off. Okay, but either way, we'll take it. So we can do them again in 3-year or 5-year commitments, whatever is more convenient for the donor.
Wonderful. So Stuart, why is this cause important enough, just as much as other causes out in the community, whether it's the zoos, the arts, and music?
You look through this community and all of the things that have been built over the years, and it's just phenomenal to look all through Buffalo and all of the things that are available. We have a world-class art museum. We have a world-class zoo. We have a world-class philharmonic orchestra. We have world-class theaters. We want to make the Buffalo City Mission world-class. Come, help us, support us, let us do what we know works. And thanks.
Well, thank you, Jerry, and thank you, Stuart. In closing, we just want to share with you that we are at a pivotal point right now. And between now and next April, we need to raise an additional $2.97 million. And we're hoping that you will pray and consider to come on board and to be able to be a part of the Next Century campaign.